Hello, I'm Thabang.
And I'm Mischke, and welcome to Spilling the Tea podcast.
Sure, we are just going to jump straight into it. Welcome back. You should know us by now, just saying. So today's topic is quite... Yeah, everyone talks about it all
Everybody
the time.
is talking about
so
it.
So loosely, you know? Do you know what the topic is?
Read the description.
The 5 languages. The 5 love languages.
Yes.
So quite exciting. Just to dive into it from our perspective, you know. So basically, before we even go there, we need to really understand where it comes from, you know. So we had a look. Mischke actually has a copy of the book. We are not promoting the book.
No.
Hashtag just saying. We love doing our homework first. Yes. We don't like just blurting things out. It's better that we understand the background first in order for us to dive into the subject matter.
Yeah.
So this amazing, now it's part of our culture, isn't it?
Yeah.
Modern culture is like, what's your love language? Especially when you're going dating and stuff. People always ask you what your love language is. But this actually comes from Dr. Gary Chapman.
And his book.
Yeah, so quite awesome. He is a marriage counselor and author who introduced the concept in 1992, and it's titled The 5 Love Languages, How to Express Heartfelt Commitment to Your Mate.
Dun, dun, dun. And we want to throw it in here. It's like, it's so much more than just that... that romantic relationship.
Yeah.
This can, you can take it through work,
Yeah.
your workplace environment, friendships, and then relationship with God as well.
Absolutely. So I remember I told Mischke that at work back in the day, when this concept was still new, they actually introduced it as part of our team dynamics, understanding how everyone's love language can actually increase productivity at work.
It's actually, it can form part of like that personality test as well. Yeah.
Absolutely. So really, really cool. So we will go through the 5 different love languages.
Yes.
So buckle up.
So why honestly, why is it important that we should know our own love language as well as our partners or friends or whatever?
Yeah, or people around you. So it makes you, it's there to actually help you do life better with everyone around you, you know. As I said, it's great for team dynamics, you know. So when you are in a relationship, it helps you to become a better partner. So it makes you understand why things sometimes go wrong, you know.
Miscommunications.
Exactly. So it really, really helps. So let's go through the different love languages. So I'll read the description.
Yes.
And dearest Mischke will give
us
a
Bible verse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's how we roll.
But that just shows we think it's such a worldly thing, but it really is not. This actually comes out of the Bible. Yeah.
And then we'll also go through our own.
Where do we lie?
Yeah. So the 5 love languages. So the first one is words of affirmation. This is expressing love through spoken or written encouragement and appreciation.
So the Bible verse that they have with it is Proverbs 18 verse 21. The tongue has the power of life and death. And is that not so true?
So true.
Yeah, like literally the words you can say over someone, especially if their love language is words of affirmation, it can break them down or it can build them up.
Absolutely. Yeah, and just understanding that really goes a long way in a relationship, scenario, or even in a workspace, So that's why it's called love, you know? Expressing it helps.
Yes.
The second one is acts of service. Actions that help or serve the other person, like doing chores or running errands. Yeah.
So John 13, it refers there to where Jesus actually goes and washes the disciples' feet.
See,
like, isn't that the best example of acts of service?
Yeah, it's so amazing.
Yeah.
Huh? The next one is receiving gifts. I think we all like receiving gifts. It's giving thoughtful gifts that show you're thinking of the other person.
So James 1 verse 17, every good and perfect gift is from above.
Oh, that's so sweet.
It's a nice, I want to say heart posture to have when you give.
Yeah.
It is not just to give or to say, kyk hoe oulik is ek. Look at me. It is for the other person and going in with that heart posture that says, this is from above. This is my love that I receive also from Jesus that I can share outwards. Yeah.
And then the next one is quality time. Giving undivided attention and spending meaningful time together.
So Luke 5 verse 16, Jesus withdrew often to spend intentional time with the Father.
Very special.
Bringing that also back, like this is not just romantic, this is not just friendship, but this is also your relationship with God.
Yeah. And then the last one, physical touch, hugs, kisses, hand holding, or any kind of affirming physical contact.
So Mark 1 verse 41, also just taking that example from what did Jesus do. Mark 1 verse 41, Jesus reached out and touched the man. Like, I'm just thinking now also, like sometimes when we pray and they say laying of hands, it's that physical, that symbol of like we are here in the moment with you. Yeah.
Goes a long way.
How good is that? I don't know, it excites me. Like this topic, it really excites me to also intentionally getting to know the other side.
Yeah. I mean, for me, my personal, like in terms of putting the 5 languages in order, for me, the first one is definitely acts of service. So I actually find joy in doing things for people,
Yeah.
It makes me happy more.
So before we go into that, I think it's important because I'm thinking now of you, like when you said, I'm like, yep. So with that, like knowing or realizing that there can also be a difference between receiving love, your love language, and then your giving love language can be different.
Yeah.
So that is definitely for you is showing your love or your appreciation towards others, is that acts of service.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's acts of service, quality time. Guys, we are so busy. But if I really, really like you and prioritize you, I will definitely make time. We are given so many seconds in a day. I will always squeeze in, So that's why if you send me a text, except for your podcast voice notes.
She loves my voice notes.
Like, type.
No, it takes too much time.
Please, give me that act of service.
Yo.
I'm kidding. I need to learn, I need to do better. Quality time really goes a long way. So this is also another form of quality time for us, and with everyone that is watching.
Towards you as well, yes.
And then my other one would be...
this is now giving, right?
Yeah. Also, like physical touch,
Yeah, you do like
Me, I like hugs.
Yeah. Can I throw another one in there?
Do
that
it.
I also think is like with your acts of service, with number 1, is gifts.
Oh, yes.
You really like giving gifts. Like, we will just go for a coffee and there will be a box of cookies. Because she knows I like cookies. Right?
Yeah.
How do you say it? Biscuits.
Yeah,
No,
biscuits.
It's cookies.
Yeah.
It's cookies. It's sweet.
Yeah.
And then getting to studio today
Oh.
and having this amazing gift. Like,
Oh. Ching ching.
ching ching. Spill the tea. So, yeah, I would definitely throw that in with you as well.
I love
like
it.
giving you love, even if it doesn't need to be this big thing, just this little thought of like, I saw this and I was thinking of you. You that's definitely also one of your top ones.
Oh, honey.
Taking a sip over there. So that's your giving. What is your receiving?
Receiving is a bit similar,
Okay.
For me, like quality time. Like, you don't have to give me the most fanciest of gifts, but just spending time with you over a cup of coffee goes a long way.
Yeah.
Because we are connecting. I can see where you are emotionally, you know, so that we can pray together if we need to. And this is not just with my friends, but it's for everyone that I know. If I really like you, I spend a lot of time with you. Just saying.
You prioritize the coffees and the moments and so on. Definitely. That's so good. I think for me it's not I think. So so giving is also definitely top is quality time and physical touch. If I like you, I'm gonna give you a hug.
Lots of hugs. She gives good hugs.
And it's not just like a
No.
I'm gonna give you a hug and you're gonna know. And then when you can feel someone is leaving, like they're stopping the hug, and I'm like, nope. I can feel it.
She embraces.
I can feel that you need to be held right now.
Yeah.
So that's definitely for me like giving, and then I will say it has changed over years with regards to the receiving. So also like I want to say words of affirmation was one once, but not really. It's also like quality time. If we can just go do something together, I'm like happiness. So I just had this thought now, and like it makes me actually very emotional.
It's okay. It's okay, honey.
Just thinking of my friends, right, and their love languages, and I know like, and one does not want to use this as an excuse, being like, oh, but I'm busy, so I can't get to XYZ. Especially being quality time such an important thing for me, giving and receiving as well. But like knowing your friends' love languages is so important.
Absolutely.
And knowing like one of my, how do you say this? One of the love languages that I'm really bad at.
Say it.
Is like one of the things that's most important to them.
Oh.
So realizing that yes, it's going to take that extra effort maybe, but knowing that they are so important to me that I will put in the effort. Woo!
Oh.
To make sure that they feel loved. In that, even if it's like the one that I am worst at.
Oh, you're so precious. Isn't she adorable? No, but it's so good. Be encouraged, because now that you know what to improve on. Now imagine if you didn't know your friend's love languages. So the friendship would actually go, the opposite way.
I mean, miscommunications, like you won't believe. And then you ask why? Why are there so many miscommunications? Why are we missing each other so badly? And then you go back and you're like, oh, because I've not been doing this thing.
You see.
Like again, it's taking yourself also out of it, because in a relationship it is two people.
Exactly.
It's not just from one side. It's not just my needs and what I need right now, whatever. It goes both ways, and knowing that
it helps
so
you
important.
To put other people first as well, which is so important. Sure. Sometimes there'll be arguments, especially with me and my sisters. We have different love languages.
No, not you.
So it's just one of those things where you're like, I know you're upset right now, but can I make you a sandwich? Because you look hungry. It's like, I'm actually hungry. Like, let's eat.
And then it goes also with like acts of service. It's part of that.
Yeah. Like, you didn't have to snap at me. Just make the sandwich there. We'll be fine.
Yeah. But then, knowing how to communicate that as well. I think it's so important, like me just having that realization. It is sometimes, it can be, being in a romantic relationship or whatever, and it is total opposites, you know, and knowing to put in that extra effort and finding that middle space between one another.
Yeah.
And I know, like, we are speaking especially now from a friendship side, you know, whatever, but I do truly believe knowing these things about yourself and then being ready when you meet your partner one day, whatever, that you will be able to do that even better.
So for me, on a personal note, you know, it helps you to understand what's a deal breaker for you. So for me, non-negotiables, you know. So me, this year I attempted to be in a relationship with a guy. Lasted for 42 days. This is me being open, you know. Do you know why?
Hey, something happened.
Something happened. I was like, okay, Lord, we're in a relationship now. Look at me.
Look at me growing up.
So for me, my biggest thing was quality time, you know. Like once you start having to ask the person that is a love interest to spend time with you and they don't make the effort.
Yeah, it's like you give a chance and another space and another, and then just somewhere it's like.
So for me, I'm always, you know, I'd like to think I'm an open book, you know. Me, I tell it like it is. Like, we need to spend more time together.
Yeah.
So I share my schedule. I'm like, okay, here's the schedule. You let me know when it suits you. I'm not going to force you. You let me know when it works for you. And then you don't react on that. I'm like, okay.
And then?
What more must I do?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, clearly you're not ready. Then that's fine. Then we go our separate ways. So for me, I was like, this exercise was so good because it really helped me to understand what makes me tick and what does not.
Yeah. What does not. Yeah. What is the red flags? Yeah. So I actually just want to read like on that as well. Yeah. Just a sentence or two out of this book. And it says, warning. Understanding the 5 love languages and learning to speak the primary love language of your spouse, and I want to add here with your friendships and everybody else as well, may radically affect his or her behavior. People behave differently when their emotional love tanks are full. How true is that?
So true.
Yeah. It's like if you're so depleted,
it
is hard to get to that space to even show love towards others or just giving that, like, I'm intentionally and I love you and I care for you, whatever. It's really hard. Yeah. So again, that's why I think it's so important to know that it goes both ways. Yeah.
And you know, sometimes people might misunderstand certain, like, your love language. You know, like, as you know, like, I like gifting people. For some people, it might be like, this one, she's too much. Now that she's buying me stuff, now she expects me to buy. I'm like, no, I don't want you to buy me anything.
Yes.
I really just want you to enjoy it, you know. So I do have friends like that. They're like, friend, can you please stop with this? It's enough now.
It's awkward.
I'm like, what do you mean? I want to show you that I love you.
Yeah.
This is so cute. Please have it, you know?
Yeah.
So, it can be misunderstood as well.
But I think, then having that conversation, being like, because the first few times I was like, I'm awkward. Because I don't know how to respond with this. It's like, why? It's not my birthday. Right? And it's like, no, I was just thinking of you. It's like, let me love you in that way as well. Please. And I was like, okay, having that mindset change of, this is the way she likes to show that she cares. And then taking it from that side, it changes your perspective on that completely. Yeah.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, even though, you know, the Bible doesn't exactly say, these are the 5 languages. But, you know, Scripture does emphasize various ways of expressing and receiving love, which aligns with the core principles of the 5 love languages. So Dr. Gary Chapman really did an awesome job here, just aligning this and making it so relatable to us modern day people, you know?
Yeah, it's not a worldly thing. It literally comes from out the Bible. So I can really recommend this book if you want to go and get it. It's a thin book. It's not one of those thick ones, so you don't have to run away.
We thank God.
I know there are many YouTube videos, there are many podcasts, or there's a lot of resources out there, but get yourself the book, because at the back, he really goes into depth explaining each love language. And then at the back, there's actually a quiz for her and for him, right? So, yeah, I think it's a really nice resource to have with that. But taking it back to Jesus,
Absolutely.
like he is, and I love this, what we got here about God and love languages. God is love.
Yeah, period.
Right? And he speaks every language fluently.
Ooh,
How beautiful is
drops
that?
mic.
He gives me like, I want to say chills, but in a very good way. How
No,
beautiful is that?
it's
Knowing
really
that,
beautiful.
just forgetting about everything else and where we are in life and whatever, our relationship with God, he speaks every love language fluently. You know, he knows how to show up for you. It's not comparing it with other people. Oh, he like speaks to that person in that way. Why isn't he speaking to me that way? Because he wants to speak to you in the love language that he knows speaks to your heart and makes you feel seen and makes you feel loved and heard.
So good. So
Yes.
good. Yeah, sure. I think
Okay.
we should wrap this up because
Yeah.
we could go on because we speak the
On and
language
on.
of love.
Yes.
So as an act of service, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.
Yes, share with us your love languages, and have you like noticed some shifts in your life when you started like focusing on this as well? Yeah. Thank you so much,
Thank
and we will
you.
see you guys next time.
I'm Thabang.
And I'm Mishke, and this is Spilling the Tea podcast. Bye.